What's your toxic trait that you're proud of? I can detach from people pretty easily. I tell each of my cats that they're my favorite behind each other's backs. I am militantly aloof. I can work with people for years and never make the slightest bit of connection. I just sort of go about my business. I once worked with a guy for 3 years and never learned his name. Best friend I ever had. We still never talk sometimes. Ron Swanson. I'm an Olympic gold medalist at procrastination. I thrive under self-inflicted time crunches. I can't perform at a high level without it. I've always had good grades. I am successful at what I do. I am proud that my secret hasn't held me back. I also absolutely hate this and wish I could change. If it's a problem today, it'll be a problem tomorrow. And if it's a problem tomorrow, there is no reason to worry about it today. I wouldn't say it's toxic, but it's scary how much I can love someone and never speak to them again. Edited to say thank you for all the awards. It warms my heart to see so much interaction. I draw Homer Simpson's head on pretty much everything. It only takes a few seconds for me to draw Homer. I'm really good at being alone. I clean when mad. The more mad, the more cleaning. I obsess over things and it leads to a lot of social anxiety and difficulty focusing in most social situations. It's also, however, led to me finding some deeply meaningful skills and hobbies. Hey, me too. Except for the meaningful skills and hobbies part. Having grown up in a toxic home where an abusive parent would negate anything you say or do on a whim because, I said, XXXXXY, not XXXXXY, and completely deny reality when you come 100% correct, I've gotten excellent at memorizing and transcribing conversations in almost a stenographer way. It means I'm excellent in big idea-generating meetings, providing proper credit and ensuring no detail gets lost in the shuffle. It makes me great even when my job is chaotic. It feels like organized and I never forget anything. I've become important to my org because of it. I'm also strong at ensuring agreements don't get forgotten, either by accident or intentional. Edit. I'm getting a lot of questions about how to learn this, and I'm going to copy one of my replies and expand. I'd recommend rebuilding a sense of trust with yourself, instead of defaulting to, I must be wrong. Maybe on occasion write notes down after a meeting or even lower stakes like a TV show, and after a few days, try to recall what happened, and then after you do refer to the notes. How do they compare? Rebuilding trust with yourself is also a really good because you're more likely to stand by your boundaries and needs. Additionally, when your memory is this strong of remembering every little thing people say, it mentally taxes you, and it's coming from a place of self-preservation, which means you're not remembering for good reasons, but always on edge and at the ready to protect yourself. In that case, you need to learn how to trust those around you aren't trying to hurt you. They're not your parent or abuser, and rebuild trust within yourself that if someone untrustworthy popped up, you have the skills to suss it out and you don't have to be always looking around every corner. That's the hardest part one had to learn in my healing process. That people can and do love you and don't need to be tested to reassure. Prove it to you so you can finally trust it and feel safe. Learning to trust it and see how it goes is so fucking scary because all these defense mechanisms kept us safe, but it also keeps a distance, and access to relationship safety is to be won. Which isn't healthy for ourselves. Safety in relationships, be it romantic or platonic or familial, should never be won but be the default. Live fast, eat trash. Are you a raccoon? I can function with a criminally low amount of sleep. It's not healthy, but it adds hours to me being able to get things done. It's really helped me career-wise over the years. I've gotten very good at bouncing people out of my life. Life is too short for BS. I've never once said goodbye at a function outside of direct family. If you look away from me for a minute at a party, there's a 95% chance I've slithered towards the door, avoiding everyone to go home. I just dislike parties and hate goodbyes, so I'm just not gonna do either if I don't have to. I assume everyone will betray me or burn me somehow, so I have mentally prepared to cut anyone off at a given time and move on. It's a defense mechanism I wish I didn't have, as I used to be a very open and trusting person, but it just took one too many times of being blindsided by the ones I care about. Reckless generosity, like I'm buying beers for random people I meet at the club when I'm broke and unemployed. I'm helping random strangers, making myself late for important appointments. I can make up my mind that I don't care about someone anymore and immediately just stop caring. No build-up, no debate, no worrying about if I made the right call. Kind of scary, because sometimes I start to contemplate doing it with everyone, and well, I know that's not a good idea. I get mad when people make things too complicated for no reason, meaning, I have a trigger that goes off when shit doesn't make sense. It's helped me a lot in my career since I am in IT and can smell BS from a mile away. Note: I don't actually act on my anger anymore. It's just my spidey sense nowadays.